If you've heard about Atlanta's Cop City, it's probably because of protesters. So, thank you, protesters. These are people who don't want the forest to be destroyed for an 85-acre training facility for cops to practice urban warfare. And if you're asking who are cops preparing for urban warfare with, the answer is us. Civilians. They already killed one civilian in defense of this monstrosity. You think that's going to be it? You think they're going to stop there? And I'm really not interested in debating whether the cops killing that protester was justified or not. Maybe he shot first, or maybe they did. We won't know because there were no body cameras, and cops constantly lie. All we know is that a protester is dead, and there will never be any consequences. We know that for sure. What I'm really interested in is how we got here. Why are there people sleeping in tents and building tree forts like Bart Simpson to stop the construction of this thing? Why are there people willing to risk their lives to stop this thing? Well, it turns out a lot of people don't want to spend $90 million for something that would require cutting down thousands of trees in an area that desperately needs tree canopy, all to increase the presence and power of the police, which inevitably leads to an increase in violence committed by the state, particularly against black people. And it just so happens that Atlanta is majority black. So I hope that helps you understand. And a lot of people will say, well, if they didn't want it, they should have gone about it the right way. They should have voted. They should have wrote to their legislators. They should have testified at public meetings. But here's the thing. They did all of that. They called in to public comment. They testified at meetings. Before the vote to approve construction of Cop City, residents testified for 17 hours straight, overwhelmingly opposing it. And they were completely ignored. And here's the other thing. Atlanta's city council is liberal. The former mayor who signed the legislation is liberal. Obviously, the Republican governor supports it and conservatives back it, but when it comes to supporting the police, there's not much difference between Democrats and Republicans. And Democrats get real mad when I say that. Well, that's not true. Democrats, we condemn police brutality. Sure, in individual cases. Then you turn around and fully support and fund the police state on a consistent basis. It's very telling that Republican and Democratic politicians in Atlanta are calling the protesters terrorists. And here's one last tragic fact about all this. In 2017, the city's planning department designated the forest as one of the city's lungs, meaning it's vital for the air and the environment. They plan to create an urban park for use by all. Everyone and the environment would benefit, and that plan was scrapped for Cop City. Instead of creating this open, beautiful space for people to congregate and create community, they're going to create a space for cops to practice high-speed chases and beat people in the community. Because we prioritize police in this country above all else, no matter the cost.